Hey guys, how you all doing? Bionicle here, and in this video we are going to be taking a look at the second of all of the new 2016 Safari Limited dinosaurs coming out. This is the Shunosaurus. When I say second, I mean the second one I'm reviewing. They all kind of came out at once, there wasn't really an order, but anyway, I want to apologize right now. This dinosaur has some white on it, and I have a white background. So he's going to look a little bit washed out, as you can already see. I apologize, I don't have any good things to use as a darker colored background, at least not anything easy to set up or light, so I'm really sorry, but anyway, without further ado, let's get started. So, talking about overall appearance, the first thing I want to make note of is the awesome color scheme. I love this color scheme. It's almost, it looks like a creamsicle bar. He's orangish brown and white. Now, granted, he did look far brighter orange in the promotional pictures or in the stock photo, but I still think he pops a lot in person. He's certainly not disappointing in that area. Overall, I think of all the new 2016 figures, he probably has the most dynamic pose. I don't know, just something about the way he's striding forward and that awesome, swishing around, curving of the tail, really does look good. It looks lifelike and very believable. So, for overall appearance, I give this figure a B+. There isn't anything extraordinary, but the colors are really nice, the pose is fluid. Overall, it just looks really good. Now let's move on to the detail of this replica, and I'm going to start straight off with a fairly major complaint. The sculpt, I'd like to say, first of all, is wonderful, and we'll get to that a little bit more in a second, but the paint application, look at that head, look at the teeth especially. They don't even match on all the figures. I've seen other individual, in-hand photos and videos of this model, and it's not even the same on each one. It's always unique and equally derpy. On the one hand, I'm tempted to say, this figure is really small. It's only about 6 inches long, and the head, specifically, is just tiny. It's literally, I can just cover it up with my thumbnail. But still, you see other companies like Collecta with figures. A recently reviewed figure I did was the Collecta Juvenile Tyrannosaurus, and that figure is pretty much has just of as small a head as this one, and they managed to do all the teeth even tinier and individual, and I think the reason that Safari can have issues with paint application is because their figures are hand-painted. As much as I like that for, just the craft of painting, it can bring down the quality a little. It certainly does have its downsides. Now, like I mentioned a little bit ago, the sculpt is fantabulous. There we go, we're using that word again. It's not a word. Anyway, as you can see, as per usual with most Safari models these days, we have individually sculpted scales. They aren't oversized, they aren't just indistinguishable little bumps. They are actually really well done individual scales, and they span across the entire figure. The feet are very well done. As you can see, there's really no slip-ups with the sculpt or the painting of the tiny little claws and hooves. Overall, this figure's sculpt is really awesome, and really, besides the head, the paint, at least for the most part, does do it justice. So, for detail, I give this figure a B-. Now, I must say, if this figure wasn't painted, if I was just looking at the sculpt of it, it would get an A infinite plus. This thing is so well sculpted. I love the amount of detail that was put into it, all the individual scales. Every single scale is sculpted. You literally can't get any more detailed than that. Unfortunately, the paint, especially on that derpy face, really does bring it down a lot. It just detracts from what is a very detailed underlying sculpt, and that is a real shame. Now let's move on to scientific accuracy. Now, it's 2016. What have we come to expect as far as accuracy from Safari Limited? We have come to expect perfection, and we really have gotten no less on this figure. It sounds incredible, but when it comes down to it, pretty much since, I'd say, about 2014, all of the Wild Safari models have been just flawless in this department. Not necessarily the Carnegie figures, but Carnegie is over, so we will never speak of them again. Anyway, I don't have that big of a problem with the Carnegie collection line for anyone who's wondering. But anyway, so yes, I mean, there's nothing like extraordinary to comment on. Just overall, this is a very, very accurate figure. The entire just proportioning of the whole thing, just all the shaping and just size and everything is like spot on. Of course, when I say size, I mean, you know, relative size. If this was an accurate whole size, this would have been a very unimposing sauropod. Anyway, we do have a row of spines going down the back, which is an interesting choice. The tail is very, very lanky. I might have preferred it to be a little more muscular, but to be fair, for a sauropod, this animal did have a very short neck and a slightly shorter, flimsier looking tail. One awesome thing I want to comment on is the fact that the feet are correct. The back feet have 3 hooves, all of which are pointing slightly outwards, and the front feet each just have a single claw coming out of what would essentially be the thumb. And on the bottom, the back feet are just flat, but the front feet are indeed concave, creating that what to most people should be iconic half-moon shaped footprint. Unfortunately, many figures do get that wrong and give the front feet flat bottoms as well. But that is not the case here. The feet are indeed correct. So, for scientific accuracy, this figure gets an A+. It sounds like a really high rating. It is obviously a really high rating, but I mean, at the end of the day, when you're judging accuracy of a figure or a model, if you don't find anything to complain about, you have to give it the highest rating, and sure enough, looking at this entire thing, I can't find a single accuracy issue. So, for the final rating of this figure, I give it a B+. It has some paint application issues, and to some people, the paint job may be oversimplistic or, you know, a little bit too colorful. Personally, I love the color scheme. The sculpt, the detail of the sculpt is absolutely fantastic. And beyond that, there really are no mentionable accuracy issues, not even small nitpicks. So overall, while this figure does have some quality flaws, for the most part, it is really good, and it's exactly what we've come to expect from Safari Limited after all these years. Thanks for watching, and Bioniclesaurus signing out.